You said that on the news.
I may have said I have my feelings.
No, you said
well,
you don't
I'd
have
like to see the show.
Well, who is this person that you say you have your feelings?
Well, my number one suspect has been Jesse all along.
We know that Jesse doesn't have Kaylee. Who do you?
You know for a fact. Jesse
we know
doesn't.
for a fact Jesse doesn't have Kaylee.
Okay.
Who do you think has Kaylee?
You know someone that Jesse knows doesn't have Kaylee.
I just said you said Jesse may have Kaylee. I'm telling you Jesse does not have Kaylee. Who else do you think?
I think Jesse knows where Kaylee's at.
Okay. I can tell you for almost a fact that I don't think Jesse knows where Kaylee's at.
All right. Then I'm just not sure why he's making up all these, changing his stories.
Well, with all due respect, he's not the only one that's been changing his stories, right? Remember, you had the big thing about the 911 tapes and what you were saying initially, and then you changed your story, right?
What story did I change?
Well, the smell in the car, you're saying it's pizza, making the police come over to the house. You said, I said that just to make them come quicker, whereas that night...
Well, the first night...
Hold on. It's the same thing, though. You understand that? It's the same thing. And what Jesse says to some people sometimes, and then you're saying he changes his story, that's the same thing that you're doing.
No, I didn't not say that
Cindy.
I heard Kaylee's voice and then turn around and said that I did hear Kaylee's voice.
We're not talking about, listen, we're talking about the same...
It's not the same thing.
Cindy.
It's not the same thing because I can explain exactly why the 911 calls were different, each time.
Well, let me ask you another one. Another thing that you mentioned, and you mentioned it several times, and you mentioned it in a couple of programs, is that we let the car sit at the house for 2 days.
It was... Well,
stop.
Tuesday and Wednesday.
No, we, police, let the car sit at the house for 2 days? Is that true?
It was there Tuesday night.
Did we let the car sit there for 2 days?
You guys didn't pick it up.
Did we let it sit there for 2 days?
What do you mean that you let it sit there? We called you the same day we got the car.
Right. And when did I pick it up? When did I send someone to pick it up?
Not the next day.
Right. So that's not 2 days.
I'm counting Tuesday and Wednesday.
That's less than 24 hours. Less than 24 hours.
All right.
So these are the things that concern me because what we're trying to do is we're not trying to...
I'm thinking 2 days in my mind.
Cindy,
listen.
What we're trying to do... Listen, please.
I lost my granddaughter. Okay?
Kaylee, we're looking for your daughter.
I lost my granddaughter.
Cindy, we're looking for your granddaughter. We're looking for your granddaughter. The problem is, listen to me. We want to help. Okay? All we want to do is help. But Cindy, listen, please. I can't help if you go out there and start changing things.
I'm not
changing
anything.
Things. Okay. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Okay?
All right.
Listen to me.
You guys were so good the first 4 days. You guys were so good at coming to the house and everything. And then it stopped. No one came from missing persons. No one came from anything. We're in the dark. We're a grieving family, frustrated as heck because I didn't even care where Casey was at. I still don't care where Casey's at. All I want is Kaylee back. Do you understand that?
Listen to me. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get us on the same sheet of music.
Well, we should have been on the same sheet. Remember the first time before I talked to the media?
I agree.
I want to know what you want me to tell them.
Cindy, you're not listening to me. Okay? Please. I've sat here. I've listened to you. We're trying to work with you, but now's the time where I need to tell you we need to focus. We need to focus on the right thing. We don't need to focus on creating stories, changing testimonies, changing what we said.
I'm not changing anything that I've ever said.
We are focusing on trying to find Kaylee. That's it. That's all. Okay.
But I don't want to keep hearing from people that you guys think she's dead because she's not dead.
Have you ever seen me on the news?
No.
Okay. Have you ever seen him on the news?
No.
Okay. We're not out there talking to people. My phone won't stop ringing from every news agency to get me to talk about this. I won't. Do you know why? Because I'm working on finding Kaylee.
Oh, that is out of respect for you as well.
Listen,
I understand
that's why you don't see me.
All you got to do is send one officer, anybody, to come talk to us every day.
Cindy, let me talk. I can't. See, right now, I can't even.
It doesn't have to be you.
Right now, I can't even talk to you. You're not letting me talk to you. I'm watching all these things. I'm watching all these things that you're doing right now, and it's hurting our case. It's hurting it because people are looking at you, and they're seeing how you're changing these stories, just like you're seeing what Jesse said, and you don't believe him because of it. People are now looking at you and saying the same thing. We don't need that. We need to then look at you and say, this is a strong grandmother who cares about her daughter and who cares about her granddaughter. And not someone who, well, didn't you say this? Well, I meant this. Well, didn't you say this? Well, I meant this. That hurts us. That hurts us because we can't say, listen, I can't stand there in front of a newscast with you and say, everything that you've told so far is the same thing that we have been saying all along. Because I can't say that. You've changed it. And that's changing the focus from Kaylee. Our ultimate goal is to find Kaylee. We're going to do everything we can. We've been doing everything we can to find Kaylee. I need you on my side.
I want to be on your side. I told you that from day one. Why do you think George and I let you have free reign? When we tried to give you stuff, no one wanted to take it.
Cindy,
it just seemed like, from our perspective, all it seemed like from day one, you guys are building a case against Casey as a murderer. She's not a murderer. One thing I know is she loves that child.
And we're not disputing that. Listen to me. One thing you have to understand in what we do, we can't overlook anything.
I know
if somebody calls us with something, just like somebody calls us with a tip, if we don't look into that tip, if we don't follow that tip, there's always going to be a what if. Everything that I've done is because of something that I've seen or noticed or something that we have to work on.
That's all I need was a reassurance from you guys. You guys are following up on it. But you're 2.5 weeks late.
Cindy, we're 6.5 weeks late. Because
I understand that, but from my perspective.
Listen, we have been following this from the day I first met you. We haven't stopped. We have not stopped. You know that.
I know.
Okay? And we're still not going to stop. But I can't overlook certain things that exist. I can't.
I know
because
that.
if I say, let's just say right now that you tell me this person has Kaylee. If I don't go there and talk to that person, I'm not doing my job. If I don't investigate every aspect of this, I'm not doing my job.
But when I get phone calls, listen to me for 1 second. When I get phone calls day after day after day from people that say, we know we saw your granddaughter. We know we saw your granddaughter. No one's following up. No one's following up. And we give you guys the information, and we don't get a call back. What the hell do you think we're supposed to think? No one from your department has called us back. You know damn well I called you the day after, the night of the hearing about Wanda at the airport.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you about all these people coming to you, or me coming to you, bringing your hope up and bringing you down?
I know.
I can't do that. We have gotten over 500 tips.
I know you guys get a lot of tips.
I can't go and tell each one that calls in with a tip. I can't tell them all how we followed up on it.
I know.
You have a full plate. You guys are focusing on...
Someone could just said for missing persons, we're following up on that OA airport one. I mean, someone could have said that.
Cindy, we're following up on everything that comes up. Everything that comes up. And I know the FBI guys told you we actually sent FBI to this lady's house and looked at her child. And how she could have been mistaken for Kaylee, I don't know, because they don't look that similar at all. I think what happens is
there's no tape at the airport.
There isn't. You're right. They tape over that. There is no tape.
Right.
Where you heard that, I don't know. I'm the horse's mouth.
I heard there was no tape.
I'm the horse's mouth. I told you that the first night. Once you hear something, if you don't hear from me, it's not true. All right. And what's happening is that all these people out there, most of them are trying to help, but there are people out there that all they want to do is get involved. Period.
I know.
Whether they actually, have anything or not, all they want to do is get involved, get their name out there, and hopefully get their picture on the news. All right. Wanda was more concerned about getting her face on the news in hopes that people will recognize her, rather than I'm letting
really, because Wanda did. I never told her name to anybody but you. I didn't even give it to Jose till last Friday.
I'm letting you know those things, okay? These people are more interested in getting their 15 minutes of fame than helping.
Why would she involve her 14-year-old son?
We can't answer that. We can't answer that. But listen, the most important thing right now, and again, I didn't mean to interrupt Erin.
No, I know.
And I understand this is a very important thing. But what I feel is the most important right now, I'm sorry.
It's manhandling me, look at that.
I'm sorry.
No,
what I feel is most important right now is that we have to get on the same sheet of music. We have to work together. And by working together, I need you to stop trying to, and I understand what you want to do is go out there and look for Kaylee, but people are starting to focus their wrong attention on Casey and you because of certain. And listen, these people are professionals. They're going to paint you in a corner.
The
and they're
last
going to try.
2 days since I met with the FBI, I have been telling them that you guys are doing your job. I've been saying that.
And the news is going to try to twist everything in order to get the rating.
Well, and I've been challenging them to do responsible reporting and quit it.
You can't do that. Because you know as well as I.
But you know,
sure.
You know damn
And then
well missing children
else.
don't get media attention after 2 or 3 days. They don't. You have to keep her picture out there so that she can be found. You know that.
I know.
You look at all
But
these
Cindy,
missing children.
what
They don't have anybody out there looking for them.
But what we're doing is, unfortunately, what you're sometimes doing is you're pulling the attention off. This is a missing, looking for Kaylee, but they're not focusing on Kaylee. They're focusing on you.